Hey, this is Pete from 21st Century Prepper. I turned the page back on. I don't know how long it'll be on. And I've also added a couple subgroups, so you want to check us out there, go ahead. I still have my other private group going, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. So tonight, Skip's joining me.
Evening all.
We're going to do another coronavirus update. It's kind of advancing quickly in the country, so we're going to try to do a couple of these, every few days, and kind of keep everybody up to date on what's going on. So, not that you probably don't already know, but it's everywhere.
Factual information though, not hearsay.
Yeah, we're still not going to try the conspiracy theories and all that kind of crap. So, point you in the right direction. That kind of stuff. Again, go to the CDC website, www.cdc.org. Follow what they say there. Go to your state health department. Go to probably even your local hospital has probably got something cooking on it, or medical system that you have in your area. I'm sure they all have at least a blip on their website, probably leading you to another website, probably the CDC. Also, there was I brought it up last time. There's a Johns Hopkins email alert that you can sign up with. It's such a long address that I can't talk it out to you, but go Google Johns Hopkins coronavirus email update, something like that, and you might be able to find it. It's cram-packed full of information. It's unbelievable what they got in there. And it comes out every day except over the weekends. They don't send it out Saturday and Sunday because evidently their web guy wants to take the weekend off. Let's see. Skip, you got some numbers we can go over, and then we can chat about some of it?
Yeah. First, we'll start off with my home state of Maryland. We now have 9 cases, which is up 4 since yesterday. 15 states have now declared a state of emergency. The big talking point, I think, today is the containment zone set up in New York around New Rochelle. The National Guard has been called in. Right now, what I'm reading, the description is to bring medicine and food and to help with the sick. But we'll go back to that later.
Yep.
The number in the tri-state area up there has quadrupled from 49 to 190. New York State has 170 on its own, second only to Washington State. Right now, as of 8:30, there were 972 cases confirmed worldwide, 29 deaths in the United States.
800 or 900 in this country.
Yes, in this country alone.
Yeah,
in the United States. We're in the United States. Okay. The death toll has passed 4,000 worldwide that we know of, because we all agree that China's numbers are not legitimate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Spain has confirmed 739 cases overnight. That's 739 more than the previous day.
Wow.
Italy's been locked down. I'm sure everybody's heard that, until April 3rd at the minimum. The UK health minister has now confirmed that they have coronavirus. I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm sorry.
I believe it's... I'm not going to answer. I thought it was a woman, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought it was a man, so...
Whatever.
Italy also saw its single highest day increase yesterday into today, and I don't have that number. I tried to find it, but there's so much information that it's just hard to go through it all.
They're getting hit hard there.
Yeah,
Of course, it's the amount of testing that they're doing.
Well, exactly.
Where did we see that? I sent you an email. It was a Facebook post from someone from Italy, where they have socialized medicine there, which we're not going to get into that. But they just ordered a shit ton of tests, and they're testing just about everybody, and that's how they're getting so many results there. Well, we don't know how many people in this country technically have it.
Well, that was my next bullet point, believe it or not, was we should expect the numbers to grow rapidly as people are tested and testing becomes more readily available to the general public,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to change. Jamaica also has reported its first case, which is, if anybody's ever been down there, that's bad. The conditions down there in some of the slums are pretty rough.
Yeah, it would not be fun to be sick.
No.
Anywhere where there's a lot of poor and lots of issues.
Well, that's all I got for today.
Because they already got health issues anyway.
Exactly.
Likely, so
that's where we're at today.
Let's go back and touch on the National Guard thing. Now, we chatted before we started this one. I kind of wanted to keep away from it until we know exactly what's going on. But I've seen a few people freaking out already. Don't freak out. Calling in the National Guard could be calling in a medical unit. And that's how they played it.
Yes.
It's the media, people. They're going to sensationalize it. Oh my God, they called in the National Guard. They could have called in a medical unit where there ain't a gun there, except maybe the guy that has to stand around the pharmacy truck or something,
right.
So don't freak out until you know. It's ridiculous to do that. There's not a conspiracy in everything. My God.
From what I've read right now, they're not quarantining anything. They're allowed. Everyone's allowed to move freely. Nobody's stopping anybody from going here or going there. So.
Yeah. I think they labeled it. I said it in a chat earlier. I think they labeled it incorrectly. They shouldn't say what are they calling it?
National Guard quarantine. That's what we saw on the headline.
Yeah. So, even the governor said, we're not going to stop people from going about their business. We would like you to stop going about your business because it makes it easier not to get people sick all over the place. But, don't freak out about that. It's ridiculous. Not until we have some facts. And we're not going to, forget it. It's just, come on. Billy Bob that where you're in your kindergarten class when you were a teacher isn't going to come over and knock your head in because you walked out of your house.
Or you're hoarding beans and rice, yeah.
God, I hate people. But anyway, listen to the Rant podcast on what's wrong with preppers for that stuff. Which I think we've had a couple hundred people do. So this is touch on some things. Again, it's basic hygiene, and I know people can keep comparing it to the flu. It's not the flu.
It's not the flu.
Right now, it's more dangerous than the flu, obviously. We don't have a vaccine for this. We have a vaccine for the flu, and it still kills tens of thousands of people every year. So imagine not having a vaccine for the flu, how many people would die? So, and then this has got a higher mortality rate than the flu does of people that get it. So figure out how many that could possibly be in your head. Ironically,
I'm sorry.
That video that I showed with you, with you, or no, who shared it?
Zach shared that.
Zach shared it. His number, when he said total deaths possibly, I hit about that number in my head. Or maybe I was chatting with you guys or something.
I don't know. It's been so much.
I was thinking that number too, around over 400,000, because I took how many dead there are and how much more the mortality rate is. So
I think we took that number when we did when we were talking about the 1918 outbreak or something from the flu.
Yeah,
I think
the Spanish flu or something.
Yeah.
So, I think maybe the first podcast about coronavirus. We talked about that. And the video we're talking about, it's Joe Rogan. It was posted today. Now, I'm hit and miss with Joe Rogan, but he did an excellent job on this one. He asked straightforward questions, nothing,
nothing
huge
crazy.
Conspiracy stuff. I am, trust me, I'm very iffy with him. Some of his stuff is great, and some of his stuff is like, oh my God. But he does an excellent job. He talks to Michael Osterholm, I believe his name.
Like that.
He's from the University of Minnesota. He's an infectious disease specialist. I mean, he is almost his entire career, and this guy's got to be in his 60s probably, has been about infectious diseases, even and bioweapons and all that kind of stuff. And It's an hour. The full video is like an hour and a half. I was just watching it here before we started. I'm not even halfway through yet.
Yeah, I only watched a 15-minute.
Yeah, the one video we watched earlier was 15 minutes, but they started getting into a whole bunch of stuff, like chronic wasting disease and all this other stuff. Like he says, and we've been saying that this entire time, wash your hands, eat healthy, exercise. One we hadn't touched on, get plenty of rest.
Right.
Get some sleep. And also, going to piss off probably a lot of people. They're going to be like, well, you cut down on your alcohol consumption, especially if you drink a lot. That doesn't help your immune system by drinking a lot. Those were the 5 bullet points he hit to help you get over. He mentioned, though, we're seeing these numbers from China. China doesn't have the obesity problem we do in this country.
Right.
China
That was interesting.
China doesn't have the diabetic problem we do in this country. China doesn't have the heart disease problem we have in this country. We are set up much more to be hit harder than China is, surprisingly. That kind of made me go, oh, my wife's like, kids, go clean up the garage. You gotta go get some stuff. No, we're not going to do that. But, yeah, it makes you go, oh, crap, yeah. Because we are probably one of the healthiest and least healthiest countries
at the same time.
We have some very healthy people in this country because of our people that are interested in all the different exercise things out there and running and marathons and all that kind of stuff. And then we also have some of the worst people in the world as far as health is concerned. Obesity and diabetes and like I mentioned before. So just take care of yourself. And keep calm.
One of the
whatever you need to do. Take some vitamin, and then he just say take a vitamin.
One of the things that got me, and as you know, as we talked about it, and I have a family member who I called this evening, and the first thing out of their mouth is, well, this isn't going to happen here like it did in Italy or South Korea. Why isn't it? And then I heard, well, Trump closed the borders. Sure, he did. But we're also dealing with a severely contagious virus. And we've already got, look at the numbers we just gave you at the beginning. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't really close the borders.
Right.
No. We're still bringing plane loads of people in this country.
Yeah, well, every case that started here was from a cruise ship in Turkey.
In this country.
Yeah.
We're still shipping stuff from other parts of the world here. So, yeah, we're not closed by far. I sent you, I had the same kind of conversation with a family member also.
Right.
And again, I'm a Trump supporter. I mean, the guy could shut up every once in a while. Someone needs to take his Twitter away from him. But I think his programs are good. I think he's not a politician. Right there, 100%, I'd vote for him as opposed to any politician that's running against him. But this family member of mine was the same way. It's like, don't send me this stuff anymore. It's crap.
It's a hoax, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hoax. That you have more chance of getting killed on the highway. Obviously, you have more chance of getting killed on the highway. I understand that. But if there's a potential, like this guy in the video said, of $480 million, that's 480 million people. Not 480 million people. 480,000 people.
Right.
Sorry about that. 480,000 people dying in this country from this specific strain of coronavirus in the next year. That's not how many. That's what, 8 times more than die on the highway, right? So what's the traffic deaths? 20-some thousand?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, I was thinking 60, and then it popped in my head 20-something. So that's 20 times the amount of people dying in a car accident. So I understand his point, but it's still something you need to be aware of. It's not just blow it off. It's not going to happen to me, because it could. And he's got family members who have had health issues in the last year, so I would be greatly concerned for those family members. I don't know why they're not. Other than I'm not going to go someplace, but people who know me personally, I don't go there. But yeah, I'm not. There's no prophet out there that's gonna save you. There wasn't a seance or anything done, and someone talked to someone and said, "Oh, you're gonna be fine from that virus that pops up in 2020." So, so take it easy. Look at your diet. Look at your exercise. Talk to your doctor. If you have a pre-existing condition, talk to your doctor. There's an NPR thing today about medication. There are doctors out there that say you should have 3 months of medication on hand. Obviously, insurance companies don't want you to have 3 months of medication on hand because that costs them money 3 months out. But talk to your doctor, talk to your pharmacist. Maybe you can swing something and get some extra medication.
Right. Yeah.
If you have to, buy it out of pocket. Obviously, it depends on how expensive it is, and how important you need it. But talk to your doctor. All I can say is, sorry, I can't do anything for you. But you got to try. You can't just not try anything. What else was there? I had something and I forgot it. This off the cuff stuff is awesome. I never. If you've ever could tell people, I don't make notes. Let's touch on what's been happening in the last week or so with the toilet paper. What in the hell is this toilet paper?
I have no idea. Not a clue.
It's not like this thing gives you the shits, people. I don't. And the excuse that, well, we might run out because what if we get quarantined at home? Well, what about the food?
Yeah.
The food's not running out. So what are you going to be shitting that you need toilet paper for? Are you going to eat the toilet paper and then shit it out? Well, then you don't need toilet paper to wipe your ass.
Reminds me of that meme for snowstorms where you got people making milk bread and toilet paper sandwiches.
Oh, jeez. Imagine that. I love that art. That one, someone did like a fancy artwork of toilet paper, milk, and bread. I think I sent that to you. It's fabulous. It's like some famous artist did it, like a Van Gogh of toilet paper, bread and milk. It's great. But yeah, calm down on the toilet paper. What? Come on, people.
Well, I've been sharing on my personal Facebook page all week. We're really getting hit hard here in Maryland with panic buying. Lines at Costco in the morning, and Walmart's are cleaned out. Dollar General's cleaned out. It's insane. It is really insane.
It's crazy. Well, but they're not buying. Why aren't you buying food?
Food and medicine,
If it was panic buying on everything, I would kind of understand it. But if you're running into the store to get Lysol, bleach, and toilet paper, what the hell are you going to be using it for?
Never mind.
God.
You have the cleanest ass this side of the Mississippi. That's all I can say.
Oh, yeah. And you're doing videos where you got to bleach your ass. So, chill. Hey, I went to a Costco, a Sam's Club, and a Walmart this weekend. Because I live in the hinterlands of Minnesota, and the closest Walmart is 24 miles away on one side, and the other one's 24 miles on the other side. But they don't already have all the stuff we need. We run 2 businesses out of our house. One of them is we use a lot of stuff for, and we get that stuff at Costco and Sam's Club because we get the best price on it. So during the height of the season, we sometimes hit those stores twice a month. I'm trying to get it so we only hit them once a month. But we were on vacation a couple weeks ago. We didn't stop on our way back from vacation, so we had a week, so I went this weekend. And it coincided with a delivery of one of the products. So the Costco was full. I posted the pictures. Yeah. Costco was full. And they had like 20 pallets off to the side and then back in the employee area. That one was jam-packed full. But they had a limit. I had never seen limits before. Not that I had noticed. Maybe they had limits before. I don't know. But the limit was 2. I bought 1 because we needed toilet paper. deals with one of the businesses that we run here.
Well, I saw that Kroger and Target have now both imposed limits on everything coronavirus related, from hand sanitizer to toilet paper.
Okay. And I bought one thing of paper towels because we go through paper towels like they're paper towels. Right. But that's all I bought. I didn't buy any bleach. There was a whole pallet of Clorox bleach, some kind of cleaner sitting there.
Right.
The thing was jam-packed full. There was a full pallet of Lysol 4-pack spray cans. I didn't buy any of that. I saw a couple people buying there are 2 things of toilet paper, but I don't know if they need 2 things of toilet paper.
Right,
maybe they whatever. Maybe they own a business. That's what Sam's Club and Costco were initially started for, people who own businesses. Went to Sam's Club. Sam's Club had a little less toilet paper, but that store is usually a mess anyway. The Costco is beautiful. It's brand new. It's gorgeous. It's faced all the time. The people in the employees were going nuts. There was 2 people out cleaning carts, the handles on carts, and wiping carts down, and then they had gloves on, and then they shoved the cart to one other person who had gloves on, who would give you your cart when you came into the door. I
got an email from Harbor Freight saying that they're disinfecting their stores nightly and their registers and everything else. And then you sent the thing. I think Best Buy was doing something. Yeah.
Yep, Best Buy is doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Then I went in, and it wasn't very busy. And Costco, this one only has like 8, maybe 10 registers in it. And I think like 4 of them weren't busy, and they were all cleaning their belts and wiping down the edges where the customer would touch. And I went and did my shopping, came back up front, and I went to push my cart up front, and I used to work retail, so I'm nice to retail workers. Try it sometime. Yeah. You might have a more pleasant experience. I had turned all the UPCs so they could scan it with their gun real easy and all that kind of crap. But evidently they have to take all small stuff out of the cart. So she said, "Oh, just be a second." So then she sprayed down her belt again, and then she wiped down the edge of the thing, so where anybody would lean against and all that stuff. So businesses are taking it really seriously. Unfortunately, then they had to take a crap out of the cart anyway. But right. But they all, they scanned it up, and I got out of there, and boom, 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 it was fine. Then I went to the Sam's Club, and it was a mess, because it's always a mess, because it's Sam's Club. It's just a Walmart with pallets.
Exactly. Exactly.
But it was a mess. Cardboard everywhere. There was no one cleaning anything. But their toilet paper the national brand was wiped out, but the Sam's Club brand was pretty full. But I don't know when the last time they got a truck was. So, and that's another, go into a Walmart. If they're empty, ask when the next truck is coming. It might be that night, and it might be the next day. Who knows? But calm down on the toilet paper buying, because this thing doesn't give you the shits. It gives you a cough and pneumonia. You don't need toilet. You don't need 18 rolls of toilet paper or 18 packs of toilet paper to get through the coronavirus.
No, I don't think so.
Even if you're quarantined for 2 or 3 weeks, unless you're eating Mexican every night, you're not going to need that much toilet paper, people. And you're not going to Taco Bell anyway, because they're going to be closed. So we don't get sued for that one, but boy, they can take anything. I don't have anything. Yeah. So
what are they going to get our podcast gear?
Yeah. Oh, they don't want to get your podcast gear.
All $65 worth of. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. Which one do you use? I use the broken one over there. So take it easy. Go to the CDC, check out your state health department. If you're concerned, like we said in the other update, talk to your boss, talk to your HR department. A lot of companies are, saying we're not going to penalize employees. Best Buy, Harbor Freight, a couple other companies, Trader Joe's, there's a few other ones. Lots of universities right now are canceling classes.
Online only.
And going to online. Spring break is breaking right now, so a lot of them are canceling classes early or postponing them until after spring break, and then they're going to go online and try that. So
Well, one other
Just take
thing
it
that
easy.
was validated is Italy worked it out with the banks about mortgages to forgive
Yep.
lateness. I mean, we said that a week ago that
Yeah.
they would do that. So
Yeah. And if you have concerns, call your bank, call your credit card company, and it's always good to call your credit card anyway, at least once a year, and ask to get your rate lowered.
right,
They will do it if you have good history with them. If you make your payments on time and you make a little extra, and say, hey, could I get a lower percentage rate? And they're going to go, sure. Or they're going to go, no, whatever. But you got to do it to get it. They're not going to give it to you. It's like calling, and if you still have cable or even your internet, they come up with new plans all the time. I've called and gotten better and faster speeds of internet for cheaper than
Right.
what I've been paying. So always make those calls. It's always important to make update calls, even if everything's going good. So I think we covered it all. I mean, just chill out a little bit, people. It's gonna
happen.
spread.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna spread. People are gonna get sick, and people are gonna not get sick. So that's the way life is. We get we get sick and we recover, or we get sick and we die. It's just, but don't blow it off completely.
Yeah, hopefully, as preppers, you guys and girls out there already know what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know you have a plan of action. I'm sure Pete does. I know I do. Everybody that we talk to in our little group chat sounds like they do. So, only you know what's best for you.
Yeah.
Just don't spread bullshit lies. That God, that's driving me crazy.
Yep. And just chill out. Don't freak. Just take it easy. Too bad we can't cut into an Eagles song there, because that would be great. But they would sue us.
Yeah, copyright and all that bullshit would get us. They've gotten us
and
what, 3 times already.
$250,000
to
put their song in the podcast. Sorry, unless you people want to send $1.
Yeah, Christ, they nailed us that first time we did that Facebook Live. Remember when I put REM in the beginning of it?
Yep. Yeah, that was what, all 5 seconds.
5 seconds of it,
yeah. So, anyway, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks.